Hey friends, what's good? I'm Kryssy and welcome back to A Dose of Kryssy. Today I'm going to be getting into a dose of affordable summer makeup. So if you are interested in how I got this look right here, make sure you stick around. I'll be telling you what products I'm using, where I got them from, and also there's two products that aren't drugstore but are still affordable. If you want to know what those are, make sure you keep on watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Okay, so let's get into it. I've already washed and moisturized my face. Now let's get into brows. For brows, I like to use the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil. You guys can see what that looks like. It has like this slanted cap. I usually find these in Walmart in their enclosed case section. These are $10. I usually stock up on these. These are my favorite brow products. For the brows, as you can see, first of all, I didn't fill in the front too much. I probably filled in till about that part on each brow. Also, what I've been trying is just outlining the brow and then filling it in a little bit on both sides, and then just going in with my concealer or foundation and just cleaning them up. For under the brow, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And this is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. I'm going to be using the Detailer brush by Real Techniques. There's a small brush right here. I like how the bottom of my brows look. I did go back and fill it in a little bit. I'm not gonna shape up the top because I feel like the bottom looks perfect. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Edit palette. Here, I think I'm just gonna use this shimmery color because, you know, summertime, we're not trying to go super crazy on the makeup unless you want to, unless that's your thing. That's your thing. We're not gonna do that today. So now I'm using a little bit of the same concealer on my eyelids. Not a lot, but just enough to give the shimmer something to stick to and just to create like an even color over the eyelids. Perfect. We love that. And one thing about this concealer right here, this is a 16-hour camo concealer. You guys, this stuff is matte. So if you're looking for a matte concealer, it dries quick. Gets the job done. That's why I like it for the eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using shade number 5, which is this shimmer shade right here. I'm going to rub in on my pinky. And I'm just going to put that across the whole lid. And also going to work it into the crease a little bit. You see this little pocket area that we all have in our eye? Put your finger in there and follow along your crease line. We love that. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. Okay, I use a little bit too much. I'm going to try and blend this out around the edges just to diffuse it a little bit. And I'm going in small circular motions, but you can also do the windmill, that back and forth. Okay, y'all, so I have the eyeshadow on, and I'm gonna diffuse the outer edges a little bit, but I don't want to use eyeshadow. So I'm gonna take this Laura Mercier setting powder, and this is the small size. They do have a bigger size, but this is the small size, which is definitely more affordable. So I take a little bit on this brush and I just tap it off into the lid, because I don't want to use too much. I either tap it off on the lid or the back of my hand, and then I'll go in and just diffuse that outer layer so it's not like super harsh, because that shimmer disc does have a brown tint to it. So as I was sitting here, I was just like, oh, that looks kind of, you can like tell right here, I think it just looks real dark right there. So I was like, okay, I have enough brown on here, I don't want to use any more brown, so let me just use some setting powder. So that's a tip, you guys. If you're not trying to use a lot of eyeshadow, or you feel like you don't want to keep going in to make it darker, just go in with the setting powder. And the shade of this is translucent medium deep, and you want to make sure you're using a translucent setting powder closest to your shade to do this. And why I say translucent, because it won't add much color. The little bit of color that it does have is your skin tone, so you know, that's what I'm saying, like it's just gonna diffuse that, just kind of dim it down a little bit. Okay, so if you can see over here, it just looks a little bit softer. Before, it looked like, okay, that was just like a big dark mark right there. Same with over here, you can still see that it's dark. I just wanted to soften it up a little bit. I wanted to get some of that shimmer off me timbers. Okay, so I just wanted to wipe a little bit of that shimmer away before I go in with this primer. And I focus it a lot on my T-zone area. Before we put on our foundation, I'm going to set my face with the same setting powder by Laura Mercier. And again, I'm just focusing on the T-zone. For foundation, I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage 24-hour matte foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Mahogany. So I'm going to give this a good shake. So it took me a lot. It took a lot to get that bottle open, but I got it open because the little push top thing was not working, so okay. Alright, I just want to blend this out. And I'm using the Real Techniques sponge. We got our foundation on, and you got to move fast with that foundation because it is pretty matte and it'll dry down fast. Again, I'm using the Camo Concealer from e.l.f. And with this, I can only do one side at a time because this stuff dries pretty fast. We have our lashes on, and the glue that I use is the Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe. It's a black glue, and it's by Kiss. And I got that from Walmart. And I'm also going to be going in with this NYX brown eye pencil. Okay, so after waiting for my eyes to stop watering, I finally got a little bit of eyeliner on. I didn't want to do anything too crazy, just, you know, just to make a little bit of pop. And I'm not going to be using any setting powder because this foundation is pretty matte, so I don't need any powder because that will kind of just look a little weird. But I am going to finish up this look with two things. First, I'm going to use the matte finish setting spray. And I'm just going to let that sit on the skin and just dry down. And for the lips, I'm going to be using the NYX, this is Milky Gloss. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed putting this look together with me. You can find mostly everything that I use except for the setting powder and the primer. You can find everything else at Walmart or Target. The setting powder and primer, I found those at Sephora. And don't think just because Sephora has a lot of brand names that you can't find anything affordable. A lot of brands have smaller sizes, trial sizes that you can use. Again, these are small sizes. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. Again, thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, and also smash that subscribe button and join the fam so you can keep getting more doses of Kryssy and doses of makeup and doses of life and all the other stuff. All right, you guys, deuces, and I'll see you on the next one.